must have gotten quite a bit of rain last night. More than I expected. We got, yeah, we probably got like an inch of rain. So let's get back in here and open some windows up and see what we're dealing with this morning. No water on the inside. That's good. We did all right. We're sealed up. Still dry in here. Let's open some windows and get back to work. See what we're gonna do today. All right, so here's a glimpse into the front cap. This is where I've been doing my sanding on the outside. This is where I've got my major crack on the outside. Let's see, will that focus? It might. It's kind of, got a bit of a, there we go. So there's my crack I'm gonna have to seal. I'm gonna seal it from the inside a little bit, and then I'll go seal it on the outside as well with fiberglass. We'll run that whole crack inside and outside. It's a little thin because I've been sanding on it a lot, trying to get the crack down as far as I can. And then back around the corner over here, I got a pretty major hole. I thought I'd be able to see it, but I guess I can't. All right, so here's where we left off yesterday. Pulling the cabinet out so I can get the mini split head unit up here on this wall. I've got to finish pulling this shelf out. So my plan here is I'm gonna have to shut the power off, disconnect these boxes. I'm probably gonna mount these to this control switch, which controls this light up top, and this plug here, this outlet, which is just another 120 outlet. I'm probably gonna mount those into this wall because I've got, you know, this much space to do that with between this and there. So I'll probably just do that. That'll be one of those times where I bring the jigsaw in here and start doing some cutting and cleaning up. So I'm gonna work on that and see if I can get that done. But I gotta shut the power off first, which means it's gonna get hot quick. Everything's dead now. I can start disconnecting all this. All right, so I've got all my stuff wired back up. This will all be cleaned up and tucked in behind this. I'll put a cover panel over that. Got me some 12 volt up here. I know the 12 volt works. So I could add something new if I wanted to over here. So that'll all be buttoned up, cleaned up. And then I may take the front off of this front rounded cover, this front rounded piece, and actually put it back up here to create just an illusion of a cabinet, just to make it look pretty. All right, so that's kind of cool. Went ahead and put the front face back on it, because the mini split will fit underneath here, go underneath, and then I can put the face back on it, and it'll just look a little more finished. But not only will it look a little more finished, I can actually put the doors back on if I want to and hide the thing. Not that you'd really want to hide it, but why not? All right, so good progress made inside. So I'm gonna get out here and do a little fiberglass work. See if I can get some of these holes patched up. Maybe it'll quit leaking, and we'll have to have all this plastic draped over it all the time. Be a lot nicer looking out here if it didn't look like that. So I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna record. I don't even know how much of it you'd want to see. It's fiberglass work. It's just yawn. You ever use I don't know, Gorilla Tape? What's the dude on TV who's always yelling about his boat having a bottom? I can't remember, but that really sticky stuff, ever use that? Well, I've been using it, and it is very sticky, but I got something to show you. May help you, may not. May be commonly known. I don't know. I didn't see anything about it, so I'm gonna show you a trick about getting it off. So I've used some of it here to hold this plastic to my windshield, and as you can see, it is sticky and stretchy. I mean, this stuff is amazingly sticky. I'm gonna show you a trick to getting this off of any of your surfaces. I mean, the glass surface is going to be easy. I could probably take a razor blade to it and get it off, but I've got a much better way to do it, and I'll show you that now. Well, I'll show you that here in a minute. Ugh, God, this stuff's amazing. All right, so let's put you up on the ladder. Hopefully it stays. First thing you got to do is get you a wad of this stuff peeled off with your fingers. It gets kind of gross, but if you've ever pulled gum off your own face with the gum that you were chewing after blowing a bubble, then you'll kind of get the gist of how this is going to go. I usually use ice water. I usually use water with ice in it, but I don't have any ice out here, so I'm just going to use this cold water that came out of the refrigerator. You take your wad and you stick it in the water, cold water, and then you roll it around. It will get cold, and then it'll quit sticking to your fingers. So once it's done sticking to your fingers, you can put it on here, and it will peel this stuff right off. And the bigger your wad of bubble gum goes, the bigger it gets, the more it'll pull off at a time. Once it starts sticking back to the windshield or the bus or the fiberglass or wherever you're peeling it off of, once it starts sticking more to that than it is the piece that's in your hand, it's time to cool it off again. No chemicals, no WD-40, no scraping. All right, so you see how it's pulling apart now. It's sticking back to the windshield more than it's sticking to this, back in the ice water. Pull it off, and then back to pulling. Bring it around, bring it back to another cold spot. And it actually does seem to last longer when it is actually ice water than just this cold bottled water out of the refrigerator. But as you can see, making some pretty good progress in a short amount of time. And like I said, the more you get off, the bigger your chunk gets, the more it'll pull off at one time. So inherently, the bigger it gets, the faster the process goes. There you go, you can see the duct tape residue, but the rest of the stuff is gone. It's all right here. Well, it's so hot. My stuff's curing faster than I can get it on there. It's curing in my cup, so I'm going to have to use less hardener, I guess, but it's working. I got a couple of layers on the outside, a couple of layers on the inside already, and I got rain coming. Look at that storm right there coming. Dadgummit. All right, I gotta hurry. See, here's my hardening in the cup, but got some good pieces on. Looks pretty sealed up. Stick my light back on, mix me up some more resin, get in there, finish the inside, and probably be done for the day with this rain coming. All right, so I got 2 or 3 layers on the inside, 2 or 3 layers here on the outside. Should be pretty solid now. So that's gonna wrap it up for today. We're finished doing what we're doing today. Rain has called it. Fiberglass resin, love that smell. Smells good. Got the area ready for the mini split. Got some work to do down below. Got some fiberglass work done up here to the cap, getting that all sealed back up. Got some more fiberglassing to do yet. I may do that tomorrow, depending upon the weather and what we've got going. We got some spots along up here that need doing, so that's gonna do it on the old girl today. I'm gonna call it on account of rain. Go inside and take a nap. See you tomorrow. Another day on the bus. Got chased off of it last night because of the rain. So, So today, I think I'm going to attempt to tackle the big hole. Might have my vent coming today. It says it's supposed to deliver today, whether or not it does. But I do think I'm going to try to tackle the big hole today. Been mulling it over. Can't reach it through the front. Thought I was going to be able to reach it through here. Thought I was going to be able to climb up in here, get back in this corner, and reach it. And I can't. It's not there. So I'm going to have to use my original thought. You're going to like this. This is going to be fun. So what I call the big hole is right there in the corner cap. We'll get you up there and get you a better look at it. All right, so here we are. It's cracked here. Runs up in here. It's also a crack there that was covered by the tape before. And then it goes to the big hole. There's literally nothing under this tape. So I'm gonna peel all this off and try something. So I hadn't started ripping that Gorilla Tape. I still can't remember the name of the guy's stuff. Look, it's raining. Hey, there's a shock again, right? Y'all should know my sarcasm voice by now. My goodness. That's not gonna make it uncomfortable at all. Matter of fact, the sun hadn't even stopped shining. So we're in for some fun this afternoon. I mean, I'm not complaining. Everything's getting watered, for real. This is just silly. Look, you can still see my shadow on the ground. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. And we got like this little weird dark cloud over here, but come on. This looks bad. It looks so much worse than I remember. It looks so much worse than I remember. I have a lot of leverage standing on this ladder. I did bring the GoPro out here with me, but it's on the golf cart. I will deal with it later. I'll try to set something up so you guys might be able to see what I'm doing with this giant hole in the bus. Today is the day to tackle it. Today is the day. I have decided to make it happen. Yeah, here's some Pink Floyd. Too bad you can't hear it. Too bad you're not allowed to hear it, because that would be nice. I'm still on a 10-foot ladder, so I don't want to fall off. There we go. All right. Well, that's off. Y'all, this is going to be bad. All right. First order of business is to start getting some of this off. All right, so I've got my ice water. There we go. And I've got my starting wad of stuff. Oh, crap. Keep going. And I'm gonna go to time lapse so you don't have to watch this whole thing, but give you an idea of how well it works. repair this on the inside. I'm gonna repair this on the inside through this hole. And then I'm gonna fill this hole full of foam. I'm gonna move everything around I might need to move. And then I'm gonna try to fill it full of foam and see if I can, see if I can shape something up. But, all right, well here comes the fun part. So I've shoved me a bunch of cardboard in here on this. There's a metal bar, the metal frame of the bus that comes down, slants right here, that this is leaning up against. And then these are basically just blocking off the rest of the inside of this, so I might be able to get a dam. But I'm gonna try something. Now, as I've stated, I know dozens of times, this is not a how-to. This is I'm doing it because I'm cheap. I'm doing it because I'm self-employed. I'm doing it because we run a wedding venue and all of our money goes back into the wedding venue. This is a 25-year-old bus. I love it a lot. It is one of my favorite things. The money's going into it and a new air conditioning system. Some more rooftop stuff. I've got quite a bit of fiberglass left to do up here. Several other small holes to patch, but this is the big one. And I'm gonna fill it with great stuff. And I'm gonna shave it down. I'm gonna sand everything around it down to bare fiberglass, and I'm gonna fiberglass the entire thing. That's my plan. I don't know if it's gonna work, but you're more than welcome to watch. This could be a catastrophe. First can didn't work. Too old, I presume. These are all really old. I don't know if they're gonna work. I bought some new ones, but figured it'd be best to go through the old ones first. I'm gonna try the old ones first. It's working. All right, there it is, expanding away. We'll come back and see how well it has expanded here in a little bit. So here's the foam after. Well, it's not even done expanding yet. This all just pooped out a second ago and just came shooting out of a hole in here. So it's not quite done expanding yet. Juicy inside, so we're gonna let it do its thing longer, let it bake longer. Got finished up with the bus as much as I could do. Another one of these sunsets out here, I swear, so awesome. I'm gonna have to let the foam sit for another day. It was still a little juicy on the inside, so I'll try to cut it up and shave it up, shape it tomorrow. So for that, I'm gonna go inside and start drawing up some plans for my cage for my mini split. We'll go from there. So, see you tomorrow. So, day 672 of working on the bus. I don't know what day it is, I'm just kidding. This is what we're doing though. Here's my foam project. I'm gonna come through here and hack a bunch of this off. See what it looks like. All right, got a little carving done on it. A lot more smooth. Trying to shape it to the edge of the bus here, but in all honesty, I'm not really that worried about it. I just need it to be watertight. All right, so there's what it looks like from the ground down here. Much better than it did yesterday with the big hole. That'll give me something to shape my fiberglass to. Gonna sand that whole area out there and just get it nice and raw. All right, progress, more progress.